Welcome back to Nino Kuni 2. So,
about that thing Leander wanted to tell me.
Later.
Never mind.
It seemed like it was important.
Leander forgot.
We have
Evermore need citizens badly.
we have diplomatic work to do, Jova. So.
AKA mooching off whatever citizens we can get. It does help the greater good and all.
What are you doing?
What are you? Go ahead, Dibs.
Boop, beep, boop, root not bound. Beep, boop, root not bound.
He's trying to do caramel dancing.
Are you okay
Not
there?
very good at it.
Give him the old.
I think series mix. Hold on.
Boop, boop, concern detected. Hi there, how are you today? Boop, boop, today I am feeling lost. Boop.
That's the thing, Shiro. This robot is mixing it with the Exorcist because of the neck twirling.
Lost? But I thought robots didn't get lost.
Yeah, they should have map systems in their.
Boop, boop. Misinformed opinion detected. Positioning classification system seems to have malfunction. Without this, the likelihood of my completing this delivery is 2%.
To be fair, Pedro, for experience, I can tell that stuff like Google Maps have a notorious reputation of having to be updated constantly because sometimes they
that's
go the wrong direction.
Go ahead,
Beep boop. Kind action detected. Yes, please. Thank you. This package must be delivered to the magical research.
You have no idea how many times Google Maps have sent us the wrong way.
And I don't even want to think about how dumb any robot made by Sony technology would be.
Did this robot just emotionally manipulated Evan to send a package in his place?
To be fair, hold on. Go ahead.
Beep boop. Intelligent question detected.
Very good, too. See? Intelligent
This
question.
package must be delivered to a researcher named Chip. It contains important materials for his experiments.
Really? Does he have a friend named Data then? Thanks. I'll see if I can find him.
Nah, his
hold on,
first name.
this.
Beep boop. Initiating etiquette routine. You are welcome, and thank you too.
You know, Zeke
joke
really
is,
needs to design his robots better.
No joke, his friend's name is Chuck. You get it?
This place has
Chuck.
really gone
Chuck
downhill
Chip.
since Bracken left.
Don't you see, Shiro? Don't you see, Shiro and Webs? This was on purpose. This was just for the sake of giving comedy to the overall state of the citizens of Broadleaf. Anyway. Yeah, so the basic gist of it is that the robot really wanted to get this package to this guy named Chip.
He was too lazy to get it to him himself.
No. He got, like he said, Jova, he got lost. He wasn't able to figure out.
Or he got lost.
He's just lazy.
Well, lazy, lost.
Sure, the robot that is
Same
made
difference.
by one of the most technologically advanced.
All right, Webs, you'll be
totally
Chip.
got lost.
Oh, hello.
Go ahead, Webs, your kid voice, please.
And if my theory is right, then the results of the algorithm can be reversed to apply to the values from the...
Oh boy, another child prodigy genius.
Says you.
Hello there. I'm looking for a magical researcher named Chip. Do you know where he might be?
Next door. Guess it must be your first day on the job. I'm Chip.
Do I look like an employee?
Yes.
Really? Wait, you're Chip? Gosh, I mean, well, it's just that being a magical researcher and everything, I thought you'd be, well, a grown-up.
You're a king, Evan!
Oh, you
hold on.
companies do you arsehole?
Hold on, he's gonna say that
Luckily,
himself.
not everybody around here at Broadleaf is as narrow-minded as you. Around here, they say if you're smart enough, you're old enough.
So Ace Attorney logic.
Yeah, I was about to mention.
Pretty much.
Then you must be very smart indeed. We must be about the same age.
Yes, I guess so. But I wouldn't get too jealous if I were you. Most people seem to think I'm a decent researcher, but I'm not sure anybody thinks I'm a decent person.
Can't imagine why.
Can we please have something where a brilliant guy is an arsehole? Not that I care what those idiots
Well, Bracken
think
is
of
not an
me.
asshole.
I know I'm a genius, and I know they're not.
Well, Dibs,
Anyway,
Bracken is not an
I
asshole.
won't give- Well, that's like 1 out of 800. Thinking kids like you may not have anything better to do, so piss off.
Gosh, the technology send radio waves into your brain?
I said piss off!
Anyway, I came to give you something. This package.
What? Gah! Why didn't you just say so? Give it here, now!
Also, Dib,
You're looking in a Pokemon game.
says the guy who turned Layton into a dick.
Yeah, but that was for
Well, detectives tend to be dicks. I mean, it's literally in the name.
I'm pretty sure what
Hey,
she means is that you just need to
no.
hone his social skills.
This is
Yeah.
the most important package anybody's ever received, and that's no exaggeration.
Sure.
I don't know, kid.
Sure
The
it's
package
not.
that I'm gonna get when Smash Brothers Ultimate comes may be a lot more
Now, I
important.
only need some Oasis Wonder Water, and my research will be pretty much complete. Wait, Oasis Wonder? You're so close to say Wonder Wall. Of course, there's no question of me leaving the office, so you
Wait.
do it.
What? Me?
That was an
It'll be a
extra
huge
request.
honour for you. I bet you've never helped a genius before, so go, get some Oasis Wonder Water.
Now go, get. Go ahead.
Hate to kill, restrained.
I'm surprised you. I'm surprised you didn't mention Bracken or anything, and then he shouted back at him. Bracken does
Oh, I
not
like this.
exist.
You like this
Wait,
one.
what took me so long? I'm literally only for 4 seconds.
I don't think it
That's
here
4
right
seconds
now.
too slow, Jova.
This is. I'll say this later.
Oh, this is what you needed anyway, isn't it? Well, here you go.
This is like in the early generation Pokemon games where you need to, to revive the fossil.
Excellent. This is exactly what I need. Now I can finally finish up my groundbreaking research.
Then you just walk away one screen, come back and we say what took you so long.
Yeah, it's like I said.
It's
Pokemon game.
typical JRPG logic.
Yeah.
Oh wait, before you go, I guess I underestimated you. I really didn't think you'd bring me what I needed. Maybe you're not like all the other idiots around here after all. Wow,
I can't imagine why you don't have
Evan,
friends with such a
Evan.
friendly attitude.
Even cool.
I mean, everyone else is stupid,
What
but
the
you're...
hell?
No, you're definitely more than most, which is why I want
No,
you
no,
to
more
do me
used than
another
most
favour.
is. Okay, what is it?
You want me to fence you something
Jenna?
else?
You catch on quick. That's exactly what I want. Give me 3 dark crystals, will you? That would really put the cherry on top of my research cake.
Your research cake.
I really hope you're not planning anything evil with dark crystals, but alright. I'll see what I can do, Chip.
Hey, monkey, I told you to get the chips. I didn't. What I do with them is my own business.
There we go.
Alright then, here you go.
Ha! Amazing! Now all the pieces are in place for a giant leap into the future. The next gen smart stick is almost upon us.
So yeah, he's trying to come up with an even better version of Zep's Smart Stick.
Gosh, that sounds exciting.
It is. Very. The new stick will be way smaller than the current iteration and way tougher too. The storage capacity will be through the roof and... Yeah, why not? It'll look way better to boot.
Similarities
Yeah,
to
copy that.
iPhone.
Just hope you don't have any overheating issues.
The history of the smart stick's been shaped by geniuses, but I'm not just the latest in a long line. I'm the greatest of them all. Greater than even Zip Vector himself and his girlfriend, whatever her name
But
is.
isn't
Also,
Vector
what
the
do you
one
say-
who created the smart stick in the first place?
What you say, Jove, about overheat? You just need to put it in a microwave for 30 seconds. It's gonna be perfectly fine.
Sure, it will.
My research
I'm
is
sure it won't have a
complete
ruined
on-
microwave at that, too.
I guess the question now I'm done at last is what to do next.
Actually distribute it? I mean, you could always try moving to my kingdom.
Wink,
No.
wink.
Oh, I get it. You're trying to headhunt me. Well, don't think you're the first.
No, I'm not trying to headhunt at all. I'm sure I'm not, but we really love to have you, Chip. We could do with a brain like yours. Come on, it will be fun. I promise everyone will make you very welcome.
What, and be like that
Oh,
sellout?
I like this one though. Go ahead.
Wow, that people aren't usually that straight up with me. All that nice. You've taken me by surprise here, but I don't want to be like that sellout
What is
Bracken.
this whole thing?
Stop being nice to me.
Stop being nice to me. It's weird.
But I guess my work at Broadleaf is kind of done now, so this place can fall into more disrepair than it already has. I'll always be grateful to them for giving me my big break and all, but yeah, it's time for a new challenge. All right, let's go see what your kingdom has to offer.
That kind of makes his loyalty questionable, because it's like, yeah, this is my first day on the job. Okay, I'll leave and join a different kingdom.
I've got my own head cannon.
She is
I've got my own head
loyal.
cannon for this.
Go
I'm
ahead.
head cannon for this place. It's like in the Wing Commander movie, but if you leave, you never existed.
Yeah.
And to think, I managed to get a new child prodigy genius all because a robot was too lazy to bring him his mail.
So yeah, Chip is also will be working under Millennia in the Dimensional Lab.
I'm not working for a millennia.
Sorry, Chip, but for as much of a genius as you are, Millennia is still by far the greatest expert in the world in dimensional portals.
So, I guess technically, since she's the only one who actually researches them.
Well, look at it this way, Chip. When Millennia eventually retires, you get to take over for her. Anyway, Joe, that's you, Joe. But go ahead.
Yo, hey, it's you. The guy who saved Broadleaf Incorporated. Say, I wonder if you could do me a huge favor.
This is bracket left. It looks like it's been falling into disrepair.
Oh, well, you're very kind. I suppose I might be able to, yes.
Do you want a surfing contest?
Go ahead.
Great, but hey, I guess I should introduce myself first, right? The name's Ken. I'm Broadleaf Incorporated's Chief Magical Ore Analyst.
Oh.
Because that's a
Cool
thing.
guy with some rockin'
Well,
sunglasses.
considering they work with research out there, obviously that would probably be useful,
Yeah.
I guess.
Chief Magical... Sorry, could you say that again?
Oh, a magical ore analyst, Your Majesty. A scholar of certain special types of rock, basically.
There you
Oh, so
go.
that's what the sunglasses are for. Aside from looking cool.
Yeah.
The type of one you find in a given place is affected by a whole bunch of factors, right? The location of the mine, the weather, all that stuff. It's my job to crunch all the data.
Intriguing. And complex in the extreme, I imagine.
Oh, please tell me this guy becomes a citizen. I can already tell I'm gonna like him.
He does.
And not just because he's a brother. Kinda, I guess. Anyhow, I can't crunch any data right now because the memolith I stored... Well, it was all stolen by a monster.
Bounty
Do you have
quest.
any cloud? Do you have any cloud here?
No, but we got plenty of strife.
Oh dear, it must be terrible not being able to do your work.
It sure is, and that's why I need your help. I mean, you're a fighting guy, right? Martial arts and stuff. You can beat me get my memolith out, no problem. I entrust this to a 10-year-old.
Not quite martial arts, but same difference.
Hey, I'm not asking you to do it for nothing. I'll give you something pretty special in return. Yours truly.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Okay.
You?
Yep. Once I get my memolith back, I'll head right on over to your kingdom and start doing my thing. And if you've got any rocks you need looking at, well, I'm at it.
Well, we can't very well say no to an offer like that. We'll certainly try and see if we can find your monolith, and then we'll be able to make Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with it.
Yeah.
Nice. It was stolen off me over near Crawl Space Cave. I know you'll pull through for me, kid. I'll be rooting for you.
Alright then. Alright, bounty quest. Kent, the magical ore analyst.
Have we done it already?
Yes, we are.
No, we need to defeat the monster dweebs.
Alright. Considering the amount of times you already had the item in a side quest.
No, that's for fetch quests, Dwebs. This is not a fetch quest, it's a bounty quest, meaning you have to go kill a specific monster.
Yeah.
Everyone will probably have done this mission in like
Remember,
2
it was
seconds.
stolen, so.
Alright, let's go.
No, don't fire! Oh, for a second I thought you were gonna crash into the tower.
It's like in...
No, not
well,
the one driving
it's a thing ever since Final Fantasy VII. The airship is designed to not collide with stuff like the mountains.
Alright, let's check things. Yeah, everything seems to be... Yeah. So yeah, and it's actually a tainted monster, so be careful.
Of course it is. What kind of tainted monster would try to steal company's secrets, I wonder?
Well, it is a wyvern.
This is the area in which Kent's memolith was stolen from him, is it not?
Wait! That voice!
Alright, now it's you, Jova. No, that Kent's voice.
Pure energy core. Tough to extract. Excellent. Weapons grade.
Yep, that's his memolith, alright. Yeah, it's Kent's voice. This must be the monster that stole his memolith.
Why would a monster steal a memolith?
Because...
Well, remember,
Right.
Jova, we already established in Chapter 2 that the Wyverns are actually sentient, intelligent beings, so maybe just stole it for the sake of selling it or something.
Yeah.
Indeed,
Wow,
so-
wyverns are dicks.
But we
Remember, Jova, wyverns seem to hang out in the exterior part of Broadleaf's tower, so yeah.
Alright.
Boy, doesn't that just suck when a monster tries to steal your memolith so that they can sell it
God.
on eBay?
I'm kicking your ass, though.
That's
Guess he really wants to hold on to that memolith really bad.
Yeah, but like I said, Webs, the tainted monsters are some of the most challenging bosses in the game. Especially the later ones. That go up to level 90 something.
Makes sense, you know, dragons and all.
But it's okay, Dwes, because did you know that you can actually farm XP easily by using Ding Dong Dell in the post-game? There we go.
Gang up on him!
Yeah, poor.
Kick him while he's down!
Jesus.
We're going, don't you see, Teo, we're
The
going,
ruler of the world, everyone.
don't you see, Teo, we're going to defeat this wyvern with the superpower of teamwork.
And
Friendship. Yeah, sure, why not? And there we go. And Leander and Bracken leveled up. And we got Sunbook number 20 for Nereus.
I forgot if I mentioned already, but I kind of love how, depending on the battle theme, you get a different victory jingle.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
actually... Sorry.
Not something that only a couple of RPG actually do that.
There's,
Not everyone.
there's actually a total of 4 victory fanfares in the game too. There's the normal victory fanfare for normal battles in the world map. There's the victory fanfare for the tinted monsters, which we just heard. There's the victory fanfare for skirmishes, and thanks to the Adventure Pack DLC that released recently, there's a new 4th victory fanfare for when you defeat the final boss of the Adventure Pack.
All right.
By the way, the DLC, is the DLC a sequel or something that takes place during the story?
It can be accessed somewhere in the later part of the game, but it's not necessary. It doesn't really matter if it's after
I'm
or
asking
It's a
strictly
side
about
story,
the events
so-
that take place in Emiko. I mean, is it a story that takes place clearly after the story of this game, or something that can happen pretty much within the events during the game?
It's not made entirely clear, Jova, but it is only accessible in the final chapter of the game, Chapter 9. So I'm guessing it takes place somewhere in Chapter 9, whether after or during the climax. It just it doesn't make it entirely clear, but it's a side story like Teo mentioned, so it's I guess it doesn't
My
matter.
usual preference is DLC that, you know, okay, if it's more story DLC, I either appreciate, you know, maybe something telling us the backstory of a character or something that's a prologue or prequel, but I most prefer sequel DLC.
Oh
In
sure.
that case, you earned yourself a reward. I'll be heading over to your kingdom ASAP.
Well, Jova,
Wonderful!
the
I
event-
look forward to seeing you there.
the free Adventure Pack DLC is it establishes mostly new lore, not so much story and character, but it's more about lore. It's mostly just for the purpose of giving because remember, because there were some concerns about the lack of difficulty from some people. The Adventure Pack DLC was kind of addressing that by adding an extra floors to the most difficult dungeon in the game and an extra super duper hard boss that in order to get all the rewards, you need to defeat it in both hard and expert mode. And I have yet to defeat it in expert mode on the PS4 because I just can't do it. Maybe Teo will be lucky. Maybe Teo will be luckier than me.
I'll see.
Well,
I'll see.
I guess
But,
it
yeah,
just-
he knows like, there, have your fucking difficulties. Don't ever ask me anything ever again.
It's gonna take a lot more grinding to beat, I guess.
Oh, it is. Like, I can tell you, like, I tried my fucking best. I looked up strategies.
Hello?
That's you too.
Oh, I could really help. I know I could. If only people knew about me.
One of these things
Maybe I
is
should
not
paint
like
myself
that.
red and black.
Is everything alright?
Well, not exactly. I'm a gardener, you see. I'm from Ding Dong Dell originally. Came to Broadleaf to look for work.
Well, you're
Well,
Malcolm.
do I have the news for you, sir?
But there's no place for me here. Everything is done with
Actually,
machines.
actually, Jova, this is not for hiring him because remember we already have a gardener. So
Well, we
Please
can
stop
always
getting in
use
I
another.
don't know what the fuck to do.
anyway, this is actually not a recruitment mission. You'll see. Go ahead. Teo.
Oh, of course. I knew what Broadleaf would feel full of new technology. He's a kingdom mechanically managed folk, after all. I don't have a problem with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
In fact, it's exactly why I came. I thought that if everyone else was busy with their gadgets and such, there'd be a need for someone like me, who's more in touch with the natural world.
That's actually a good idea. Look where the job market is nice and open.
Yep.
I suppose that makes sense.
Thank you. And I was right too. You see these trees? They haven't been taken care of properly. They've been pumped full of artificial nutrients. No wonder they're looking so sick.
So yeah, he's very passionate about the whole artificial nutrients thing on plants, basically.
If you ask me, they're planting the wrong types of trees altogether. I'd be happy to give them some advice, of course, but I just don't know who I should talk to.
Good point. They don't exactly have a head of fish.
There is
on
somebody
gardening.
here, though, that
You-
we met a couple of parts ago.
Now,
Do you think you could
Oh,
help me?
that person.
remember, the Shiroi Candy is now working at Evermore, so
All you have to
right.
do is find out who's responsible for this.
Oh, certainly. I'd be happy to.
Thank you very much. I
wonder-
appreciate it.
since we're a diplomat affiliated with this king, then it would be easy for us to pull in some strings from the top. So
I'm
I can
wondering.
imagine there be like something like a bureaucracy wall behind these kind of things.
You know, since Candy did actually leave the kingdom, I wonder if recruiting her is what triggers this side quest, so that he'll be the new one in charge.
no, Joe, because there's actually somebody else also. You're about to meet him. You're the one voicing him actually. So go ahead.
Hello.
I just don't get it. Why won't these trees grow? We've been giving them all the right nutrients, just like we were supposed to.
So yeah, basically this guy here,
Well, at least they were smart enough to put their plants up in the nice tall building where they can get sun.
the basic storyline here is that this guy, in terms of taking care of the plants, he just does the checklist thing. You know, he just does whatever it's told in the books, but he doesn't actually.
The solution is exactly what your argument is made of. Bullshit.
Precisely. I drew them to try and deal with the air pollution problem, but that plan doesn't seem to be going so great. I just can't figure out what the problem is.
You suck.
That actually, that kind of is that.
Basically.
It kind of is that, Webs, actually.
He knows everything about plants.
Huh? Really? Oh man, you've got to introduce me to this guy. I'm going crazy trying to figure out what's wrong here.
I'll go and talk to him right away. It won't be too long.
All this technology and no one to search any of this stuff.
That's the whole thing
Side
about
quest
that's
updated.
that's one of the subplots of Broadleaf, Shiroi. They're so technologically minded that they've kind of lost knowledge of how the natural world should be.
Including basic things.
Yeah. So basically, the whole purpose of this subplot involving the pollution aspect is that we're going to get these people to basically try to solve this problem in the background. Anyway, go ahead.
Good news. We found someone with a plant problem who needs your help.
Again, it's just another great touch that further adds believability to the world.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Apparently, they've been planting trees everywhere to try and improve the quality of the air. But it hasn't quite worked out as they'd hoped.
Oh, then the solution is simple. We just need to plant some Breathe easy.
Breathe easy.
Of course. Breathe. That's right, those ill beauties love dirty hair. In fact, they suck it right up and turn it into clean air, which they pump back into the atmosphere.
So
How
like a
convenient.
tree. Oh, really? That's incredible.
My-
More like I'm guessing more like this
More
is
efficient.
Just CO2, more like smoke and smog and stuff like that. I'm guessing that's why we call it like that also. Certainly is.
It's in Spine
All
Sugar
right,
Grove.
well, I better go and fetch one then, hadn't I?
Alright then.
You already have
If you
one, right?
could, that would be perfect. Just let me know who it was that needed one before you go. I'll go and find him and explain everything.
Alright.
Lovely.
It's actually no, Shira, because this particular item that we're looking for is not a crafting material. It's actually a key item that is exclusive to this side quest. So you actually have to go
Ah,
search.
okay.
Yeah, there you go. It's a common thing in the JRPGs this year. It's basically the algorithm. It's integrated in the code of the game. Items that you normally can find everywhere and are some tied to some quest, like fetch me 20 types of this, are coded in a way that they can spawn and can be integrated with the cheat code like what Pedro is using. But quest-specific items always spawn when you defeat the appropriate monsters or when you resolve the current quest, like in this case.
A lampkin.
Evan, can we slow down for a minute, please? I'm getting tired.
Well, it's part of our daily routine of exercise, Lofty.
I don't remember daily routine being run around the flipping world.
Look, Lofty,
there
it
it
all
is.
come in handy. And remember, it's part of your training so that you can truly become that mighty dragon again. You
How
Can
do
I if
want
I'm
to,
blooming
right?
tired?
You need a lot of stamina to be a dragon.
How can I if I'm blooming tired out?
How can you probably
That's what we call building up endurance.
come on, Lottie. You need to become a red dragon more often, so you can properly represent the culture of the people who localize this game.
But I can't be the dragon all the time. I'd scare the citizens away.
Not necessarily. You just have to show up as majestic and not belligerent.
Yeah.
I'm a dragon. How can I not be belligerent?
Oh, that's
That's
what
because
dragon
of-
training
Oh,
is
come on.
for.
Come on, Lofty. What about Pete's dragon?
Also, that's cultural.
Which one?
Cultural
Then
assumption.
either one. Either one.
The appearance of Lottie is based on a Chinese dragon, which in their folklore are more benevolent and wish granting. Hence, also why, for example, Shenron in Dragon Ball,
Yeah, and look how well it turned out for him.
he was killed only once.
Yeah, but he was bloody killed. And I don't know if I have 9 lives.
Oh, but
Just
he
get
got
some
better.
grace.
Look, Lofty, he got better. As do most people in Dragon Ball Z.
But what do you know about taking care of dragons?
So does everyone just need to
It's the
fix the
best
statue
time
of
for
Lottie?
everything.
No. It's somewhere in the blue area too, as you can probably guess.
Actually, no,
just,
I didn't mention this about the quest. Whatever.
oh, okay. Never mind.
To be fair, though, it's also the same like in Final Fantasy 15. Like they give you this circle where to search, and you just need to find it.
Mm-hmm. This particular one is
I think
actually
I
in a small.
spotted it.
Yeah.
It was on one of the upper levels.
Actually, when I got to this particular point, I actually forgot. Wait, which part was it exactly? Because there's so many quests, obviously. So yeah, I can't possibly remember them all. There it is.
There you go. There it is. Yeah,
there
I
we
noticed
go,
that
there we
before.
There we go. Brief, easy plant.
Oh, great plan. Well, makes sense. He needs to absorb pollution.
So there you go. All right, we're going
All
to
right,
let's go to Dome Park and finish.
Wait. Why couldn't we have just teleported here rather than running all the
There's
way?
not a
Trapdoor.
trap.
A trapdoor.
Trapdoors, yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Java.
I guess we must have picked the wrong tree, huh? We're going to need to plant something else if we're going to clean up the air around here.
There you go. Here's
There
a
you
brief,
go.
easy plant.
Ah, your friend told me everything. This is the plant that's going to eat up all the bad air, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Plant a few of these and you solve all your problems at a stroke. Make sure you put them in shady place, though. They don't like too much sun.
The irony.
Yeah.
You got it. I'll do just that. You know, I could really use somebody with your kind of expertise. Would you be interested in coming to work for me?
There you go. We killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the pollution around here is getting worse and worse, and most Broadleafers don't know how to fix anything that doesn't have an off switch. Okay. We have much
You're
to
offering me a
tell.
job. Oh goodness, I'd love to come and work with you. That would be wonderful. but you do know that I'm not good with machines, don't
Honestly, that sounds like a virtue in the city. Hey, don't worry about that. I'll take care of all the tech stuff. You just bring your nature knowledge, okay?
There you go. They're gonna complement each other in this work.
Yay.
I'm guessing. Oh, absolutely, thank you. I'm guessing he's one of those people where they say press any key, you press the off button.
Turn it off and turn it back on again.
I really must thank you all for what you did to me. I'd never have landed this job without your help.
Happy to help.
I wish getting a job felt this victorious.
I know, right?
Oh, it was nothing, honestly. I'm just glad you finally got the chance to show everyone what you can do.
Me too, and I can't wait to get started.
Show them what you're made of. Show them the best of Ding Dong Dell.
There you go.
There you go.
Green
well, Ding
fingers
Dong
out
Dell
of hands.
isn't exactly at its best.
Well, what
moment.
used to be Ding Dong Dell.
We'll get back to it in chapter 8. For now,
Yeah,
let's...
Well,
that was called
here to
Ding
try and
Dong
fix-
Dell.
Ding
Ding
Dong
Dong
Hell. Ha ha ha. Very good, Whips.
What a story, Dweebs.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Man, this is genius. I'm gonna go present it to my boss right now.
Well, they seem like they've hit it off, so I guess we'll lead them to it.
Okay, whoever's in charge of natural affairs here really needs to get caught up with the present.
We'll get back to the subplot later. For now, let's go back to the kingdom and manage some shit. Ooh, research topics have been completed. So let's check that out. But first, oh, there's actually still one side quest somewhere in the kingdom. We'll check that later. For now, let's just manage our kingdom. First, empty the stores. Get some... Alright, let's see. Oh, of course. New spell. Level 6 spell requirement. Anyway, might as well bring this up since we're in this here, Dwebs. To continue one thing you did mention, Dwebs, about the whole... Oh, if this is aimed at hardcore JRPG... more to hardcore JRPG, but considering a lot of more the design aspects, and you said that, oh, it shouldn't be turn-based then? That's just the thing, Dwebs. Unlike what... I'll remember, Jova, me and Dwebs were talking about something a couple parts ago, so I just decided...
True, yeah, but I mean, there are plenty of different RPGs, and plenty that aren't turn-based.
That's what I was about to get into, Jova, actually, so if you'll allow me. That's the thing, Dwebs. A lot of people sadly tend to forget that even before Dragon Quest, which was the game that basically established the traditional JRPG formula that every JRPG nowadays follows, Namco and Neon Falcon, for those who don't know, Neon Falcon is the guys who make YS and Legend of Heroes. They actually were already making action RPGs back in even before the Super Nintendo era. So it's not like so action RPG, and those two games were Tower Draga and Dragon Slayer, and those two games came out in 1984, and they're regarded as the games who laid the foundations for action RPGs. So it was actually, even though a lot of people tried to. It's kind of like, to give you an idea, and this actually ties into the game that we're playing right now, because back when this game was announced to have an action-based battle system, there were the obligatory people in Gematsu's comment section who, oh, of course, they're westernizing it, they're westernizing this thing, and again, it's just this. I don't understand. And the same thing happened with Final Fantasy 15, where some people, oh, they're westernizing Final Fantasy and stuff like that. Again, no, sorry, dude, no. But actually, action RPG foundations were actually developed in Japan, so don't come at me with the whole.
I mean, West also did them too.
With here in this case in Kuni, there's also the fact that the first game also had an action component.
Yes, Magical or Analyst, who's been averse to getting his hands dirty and digging the rocks himself, but prefers to spend his time slashing them. His opinion can send commodity prices up down in seconds. Aside from rocks, he likes reviewing movies. So there you go. He's also He's also an internet movie reviewer.
Gentlemen, we officially found Black Nerd.
There you go. We found Black Nerd's ancestor. You were saying too? Feel free to finish.
Put simply, the first Kuni also had an action component, and it was the start of the franchise. Yes, the Nintendo DS original version had a tactical turn-based component, but that's not what the West got first. So it's more familiar with all the waves with the which version, which yes, it was mostly handled by your familiars, but I'd argue it's still considered action, if anything.
Oh, sure.
And it was the start of the franchise. With Final Fantasy 15, it was applying a change to a pre-existing franchise that had already changed its battle system multiple times through its history. So I'm not sure if the comparison is. Still, the point being that JRPG doesn't necessarily need to be automatically associated with turn-based combat.
My problem there is this whole people who supposedly are veterans of the genre and try to argue that JRPGs were always meant to be turn-based. No, they weren't. Like, you're awfully misinformed in that regard. But my problem is just I think people try to claim themselves as experts even though they're... But before we go, Jova, let me just read Chip's...
Really?
Hold on, I need to read Chip's biography. This child prodigy is a leading magical researcher at Broadleaf, Inc., and some say it's brightest hope for the future. Not shy about flaunting his talents, he may seem to treat those around him with contempt, but once you get to know him, he's actually not that bad. There you go. Alright, see you for the next part, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.
Sure.